Here are the base stats for anybody curious. Terrible fire rate and horrible reload speed to start. Here are my Archon Shards, just so that way you're aware of what I have. It's irrelevant to the build for the Sepulcrum. I was using Arcane Precision. Arcane Guardian is just for, Corvex, because tanks do tank things. I would highly recommend some kind of base damage. Some kind of base damage, in whatever way you can get it, is going to help a lot. I personally opted in for Arcane Precision, because it's easier for me, but as I said before in previous videos, all of my builds are templates, so you can switch out a mod or two, put base damage wherever you want on the weapon. Here is my pet, just so that way you're aware of what I have. Here is the Hellstrom, just the priming setup. There's the Riven. And now, for the piece de resistance. This, right here. Oh boy, we got some fun stuff with this guy. Yes, we do. So, I'm gonna just show the mods for those of you who may be new. Just, so that way you know their names, what they look like, what they do. Do that for you there. So, I have secondary innervate for all of my crit, even though we do have a very solid 30% crit chance. It's just a lot easier, takes a lot less mod space for the crit, and this is a corrosive and blast setup. Targeting subsystem is actually quite beneficial here, because it does have, it's kind of like a handheld shotgun. There are multiple projectiles per shot, so that's why targeting system helps. The tighter the group, the more shots you get on target. Now, Pistol Elementalist and Lethal Torrent are very, very helpful for quality of life for this weapon, because nobody wants a 4-second reload speed, especially on a secondary. Now, for me, both of these mods are perfect. They have a really nice fire rate, I enjoy it, it's good, and the reload speed is definitely not a problem for me at 2.5 seconds, because of how many rounds you get in the mag. For you, if you want more or less, you can absolutely switch those out, but please, whatever you do, if you're going to use this weapon and enjoy it, have some kind of reload and fire rate mods on there. Everything else that is on this build, though, is up to your discretion. You can do whatever you want. Targeting subsystem included. I have it again because it just helps for my playstyle. But please have at least reload speed and fire rate. But we do have a corrosive and blast build here. And the reason that I chose it specifically, other than the fact that I really enjoy it and it's a good all-rounder, is because the cold that we have on here doesn't just make blast. The way that this weapon is set up, by the way, here's the unique trait. I forgot to show you that earlier. The way that it is set up is that you are actually getting cold procs and creating blast at the same time. So you have corrosive, cold, blast, and IPS all on one weapon. And that is really nice. I personally adore that because having cold does help with acolytes, especially douchebags like Torrent. So, I'm gonna give you a demonstration here. By the way, the elemental weighting doesn't actually seem to have a negative effect on how often blast gets procced. And I'm quite surprised about that, but also very happy about that. So as you can see here, we have blast and cold. Very, very helpful. And honestly, I would love to be able to use blast and heat or cold in addition to that, as much as I could. I would adore that. That would be so, so nice to have. Well, yeah, there we go. That is why we are running corrosive and cold, because it's blast and cold. And it is very nice. I truly, truly enjoy it. Very, very much. It's utilitarian, it does big damage, you got AoE on the primary fire, along with your crazy crowd-clearing alternate fire. It's so good. And honestly, you don't feel the ramp up in damage that badly with innervate, like you do with some weapons. So it just feels good all around, and it feels like you're carrying around a hand cannon, basically, like the singular Lex Prime should have felt from the very beginning, is how the Sepulcrum feels. But the reason that I named it Bolt Pistol is because, well, it looks, acts, and feels like a Space Marine sidearm from Warhammer. Yeah, I don't know. I can't talk up this weapon enough. It is so cool. So useful. You can use it as a primary, and I didn't have any issues with ammo, by the way, which is why I have targeting subsystem. If you do, switch it out. You're not going to notice too much of a difference, truthfully, except at range. But that's why we're running Corrosive Blast. You guys already know that I enjoy Corrosive and Blast a lot, and, stuff with gas. It's what I like. It's what I do. But, specifically for this, you are going to get more out of it for running Blast on it, because of how the weapon is set up. As far as the mods that I'm using, pretty straightforward, pretty run-of-the-mill. They don't really need any explanation. I did forget to look and see whether or not Galvanized Shot is multiplicative or not. I imagine it should be, because it is a projectile weapon as opposed to hit scan, but I'll look that up later. Either way, it's still beneficial to have on the build, because you are getting more damage, and because you have all of those elements, you are still boosting your damage regardless, on top of having more status chance, which is always a plus to have. Again, take it with a grain of salt, enjoy your way. That's the video, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. I can't talk this gun up enough, and if you have a Space Marine cosplay, or any kind of Warhammer cosplay for your frame, if you have any kind of Warhammer frame fashion, whether it's just the outfit or it's the outfit and the weapon loadout as well, please, if you have a video of it, either on YouTube or Reddit or wherever you have it, please link your Warhammer fashion frame in the comments below, because I would love to see that. I really would. Well, anyway, with that, I hope you guys have a good day, a good night, and may RNG be in our favor.